my thing, I just support people. Things that benefit American people over the years. Because it doesn't matter what you call yourself, as long as you're trying to help the people actually achieve their American dream or achieve their life, that's all that should matter. It shouldn't matter what label you are.
Hi, it's Diana, and welcome back to the Clay County Speaks podcast for our 8th episode. Today, we have another special guest with us, Ricky Knoles. He's also running for the Congressional District 4 candidate position, which covers all of Clay County, Nassau County, and Duval County, west of the St. Johns River. He's running again against the incumbent Congressman Aaron Bean. No one likes him. I actually just gave him a phone call the other day. I left him a nice little message to his receptionist in case somebody is watching. But we're going to be they're not. They're not. Well, maybe. You never know. But we're going to be discussing Ricky's policy ideas, stances, and answering some questions that we crowdsourced from his possible constituents. But most importantly, we are going to be learning about Ricky as a person. So before we get into it, if you like what you've been seeing so far in the last 7 episodes, make sure to subscribe over at our YouTube channel and spread the word. We frame these podcasts like conversations, not debates. So let's talk about it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
So I think you missed the most important thing. Make sure you hit the like button and notifications.
That too, yeah. I say that at the end, but yes, that one too. Like, share, comment, rage comment, whatever you got to do to get the word out.
Yep.
But yeah, so tell us about yourself.
All right, so my name is Ricky Patrick Knoles. I grew up in a military family. Mom and dad divorced when I was young, so basically I was raised by my grandparents in Oklahoma. That's right, all Republican state. I'm a diehard Oklahoma Sooner fan.
Okay, I've never been, so I can't. All right, I'm not going to talk shit.
Grandparents all grew up in Oklahoma. Plus Brad Pitt is from Oklahoma.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Shawnee, Oklahoma.
I didn't know. Actually, I was never really obsessed with him.
Really?
I was not. Yeah, he wasn't my thing.
Tom Cruise said.
No, he was also not my thing. No, I don't even know. I can't remember who my celebrity crush was back then. Actually, I typically go for world leaders as my celebrity crushes.
So instead of celebrity power instead.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Justin Trudeau was my celebrity crush for a hot minute.
Is he with Katy Perry now?
Well, yeah. Well, that's whatever. He's so far away.
But yeah, I grew up in Oklahoma most of my life. Then eventually we moved to Virginia, moved back to Oklahoma, graduated from Oklahoma Dale City High School. After that, went to the military.
Okay.
Just like everybody else in my family, went to the military, served there for a while, got out, went to college, and what else I did many jobs.
Many jobs?
Let's see, fast food, movie theater, military, security, cook, chef. What else am I missing? ESL teacher, sheriff deputy. And many more. I even did a sweeping, right? Those people drive the truck and sweep the
like a street sweeper?
Yeah, I did that before too. One time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
I did pretty much. So I know every minimum wage,
a jack of all trades,
bad jobs out there. So.
Minimum. Oh yeah, honestly, same. I have also had my share of really crazy jobs of the minimum wage sort.
The thing is, where I made the most money when I worked overseas.
Overseas?
It paid more money than what they would pay here in America.
Where?
Let's see, South Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
China.
All right.
I worked as a sheriff deputy, right?
When you say chef deputy, what do you mean by that?
I mean police officer.
Sheriff.
Yeah, sheriff deputy.
I thought you said chef deputy, and I was like,
sheriff's deputy.
I've never heard of that. I was
That must be my Oklahoma twang.
Oh, maybe.
As a sheriff up in Gwinnett County, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah, but I got paid there, but then when I went to China, I got double the pay and less hours.
Double the pay, less hours.
And free apartment.
That is the American dream.
Too bad it's in China.
Too bad it's in China, right? All right. Well, perfect. So do you got any hobbies? What do you do outside of?
Let's see. Watch movies.
You watch movies?
Yeah,
okay.
I got that AMC pass where I can watch 4 movies a week.
Oh,
So that's how I relax.
I think we have that too.
Yeah, that's how I relax. I collect Funko Pops. I collect comic books, any collectible stuff. My wife just bought me the Wolverine helmet right there. So.
Oh, certified nerd. Okay, perfect.
Exactly, certified nerd. You know.
That's okay. That's okay. No,
I can reach more people.
no shame in your game on there.
No.
Perfect. All right. So we're gonna get into it now.
Okay.
So what is motivating you to run for office?
Well, that's very simple. Okay. Since the 90s, when I was I'm getting how old I am. Since the 90s, when I was a teenager and stuff, you keep hearing, doesn't matter if it's Democrat or Republican, they keep promising, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix this. It is over like 30-some years now past.
Yeah.
Have they fixed healthcare? No.
No.
Obamacare was a Band-Aid on the bigger problem. Have they fixed all the shootings in schools?
They don't want to.
No, exactly. Have they fixed wages in America? Did you know the national minimum wage started in 1938 at 25 cents? If you go with the national minimum wage now at $7.25, in 88 years, it's only went up by $7. If you go Florida, $13.75. And it's amazing because 1970s, you could buy a Corvette for $7,600.
Yeah.
Now for the cheapest one, it's $76,000. So ask yourself, does the national minimum wage and cost of living actually kept up with each other?
No, absolutely not.
I wish I could buy a Corvette for $7,000 right now.
$7,000 for a Corvette?
Well, yeah, because it's $76,000 if you get the Stingray Corvette. And take a look at this. Most people here now in America has to finance their phones just to get a phone. And that's ridiculous. People that lived in Korea and China, they don't do it. They just buy it straight out.
Really?
Well, because in like Korea and China, they have more offers. If you think of phones here in America, what do you have? Samsung, iPhone, and Google. That's at 3.
True, yeah.
And most of them are over $1,000. Go to China, you get a Realme phone, a Xiaomi phone for $300, just as good as specs. And you can watch anybody. You can watch MK. You can watch MK. Well, they're sold in all of Asia, and they're also sold in Europe.
Okay.
They're just not sold in America.
Of course.
No competition. They want competition.
Right, yeah, the company's got a chokehold.
And I just saw like a new thing with the Xiaomi electric car.
What is that?
Okay, Xiaomi is a big company in China that does phones, appliances, everything. They jack of all trade. I saw like on YouTube, MKBHD, if anybody know who that is, a big tech YouTuber here in America. He did a review of it. Better specs than a Tesla and cheaper than a Tesla. It could go only for $40,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't say that too loud.
No, because we need to open more trade.
I'm just kidding. No, shout it from the rooftops. I don't care. All right, perfect. So is so that's what's motivating you to run for office?
Because we keep getting promises and nothing ever gets done. I do not want 20 years from now when my kids are growing up and they're still dealing with the same problem now. The problem is that we keep electing rich people, rich lawyers, rich businessmen, and they do nothing. They line their pockets and then leave us out to the winter cold and stuff. Because why care about regular voters until it's time to vote?
Let them eat cake.
Exactly, and that's how we're getting at that point. Let them eat cake, and who cares? We only like you during voting time, and after that, we forget about you to the next cycle.
Yeah, big facts.
And this is why I think, and this is why right now, if you look on TikTok, you see so many average Americans who should probably not be running for office at all, running now. Because we're all tired of the same old people going into office.
Well, the current admin is the most unqualified I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
So I guess it's giving everybody else the motivation for that.
Yeah. You see the ones that they already seem like they're unqualified. Aaron Baines, like he never shows up for anything. So.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I call him the invisible candidate. You might see him at the town hall, but then you might not. Maybe he's just hiding.
Maybe not. We're calling you out. I don't know if you're going to watch this. Maybe one day. All right. So are you running as a Democrat?
I am running as a Democrat.
Okay. Have you always been a Democrat? No. What were you before?
I've been independent before.
You were an independent?
But I've also liked Republicans, too. Democrats get mad at me because I said I liked Reagan. Okay. His international policies I like. His home policy wasn't all that great, but still. But you got to take a point. It's different times. Like they said, how he handled the AIDS crisis. It was new. It was brand new. Probably didn't know. Just like how Clinton handled the gays in the military. Don't ask, don't tell. He could have changed it, maybe where gay people were, but he had to take a poll of how the America is right now at that time. Instead of trying to push it all together, he knew he had to do it one step at a time until eventually Obama got it done.
Okay.
You can't rush everything sometimes.
All right, that's fair. All right, so let's talk about what you're running on and some of your policies and your platform.
All right, one of my biggest thing is healthcare, corruption, and Social Security, and VA. But
Healthcare.
VA kind of rolls all into healthcare too. So.
Okay, all right. So do you want to expand on those? Like, what do you plan on doing?
All right, so I know most Democrats right now has a whole plan like universal health care. Right? It won't happen in America. It just won't happen right away. So that's why I always say baby steps.
Right.
Universal health care for children and the elderly. All right? Very simple. We all care about our children. We all say we care about our children, and yet we always neglect them. You know, hospitals think of them as cash cows because they're always sick.
Yep.
And same with the elderly. They think of them as cash cows because they're always sick. But if we give universal health care for children and the elderly, and it works after 5 years, then we can incorporate everybody else. It's like we got to learn how to do universal health care. We just can't just thrust it onto the American people and companies right away.
True.
We got to show them, hey, we do it with children, we do it with the elderly, or you can just do the children only, or just the elderly. I prefer doing both.
Okay.
But
yeah.
if it works, then we know we know how to do it. And so.
All right. That
It's
makes
like
sense.
it's like when you're trying to learn something, you just can't just thrust it onto the people.
Right.
You have to take your time and let them get used to the idea. And then by doing that, we figure out what's wrong. Okay, too many
works,
long
what
lines, too much of this, and then we can figure out what happens.
Right. And then and like basically do different iterations of whatever that is.
And then we pass universal
fix the
health care
bugs.
for children and elderly, and then the next administration just gets rid of it. That's how it is. It doesn't matter if it's Democrat. The next person coming, the main thing is it's still helping America. Their point is to get revenge on the other party and get rid of everything
It's
they
not,
do.
and it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be that way, but it is.
should be like just
Accept it.
yeah, just accept it and be like, all right, let's build on what that was. Like, all right, I didn't like this, and this. So, but like some of this was working, but
Then you also got to look at the states. Like, is it working for that state? Is it working for that state?
Right.
Because every state's different. So.
okay, that makes sense.
Like, cost of living in Oklahoma is way cheaper than Florida. So,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
so baby steps when we do healthcare and stuff.
Okay. So what else are you running on? Let's explain some other
Corruption.
ones.
This is one thing I will pass a bill where every person who becomes a congressman, senator, even president will have to sign a morality clause before they get sworn in about not lying or any other thing. Like they cannot lie. If they lie, they will get a $20,000 fee or $50,000 fee because politicians lie because there's no consequences to them lying. There's
Right.
consequences to us because people believe it and they get angry at us and we're all fighting with each other because of their lies. If you make it where there's consequences when they lie, they won't be lying as much.
A morality
What,
contract or
yeah,
clause?
that clause, contract.
Okay.
Because you do it like private schools. Private schools do that before where they had to sign a morality clause that I would not chew my thing, this and that. So why not can't we do it together? Because if we lie at our normal jobs, we'll get fired. But if a congressman or a senator or a president does it, they don't get fired for it.
Right. Well, I don't know. These days, I think the public is kind of opening their eyes to a lot of
Now.
things. Now they are.
They're gonna fire him. Oh, look, he retired. He retired.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, would you look at that? He
Yeah, he's
retired
retiring
all of
now.
a sudden. Okay, and so you said the VA as well. So what are you
Yes,
worrying about?
like
Because
from
you were in
one
the
of
military.
I was in
so.
the military. I have no health insurance. I go through all through the VA for me myself. So.
Well, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
I miss my TRICARE. I was on my dad's
The thing is,
TRICARE.
I didn't know I could use VA healthcare when I first got out of the military. I didn't say would apply for my disability. I didn't know that because when I got out of the military, they didn't tell me any of that stuff. I thought the VA hospitals was for people who retired, but they never told me in that thing. When I was, for 20 years, I could have been collecting my disability, but I never did.
Oh, boo.
I didn't start collecting my disability like 3 years ago.
Really?
I could have been collecting for over 20-some years now.
Oh, wow. That's too bad.
Yeah, that's another thing with the military. I always think we should do like with military personnel, let them be informed what their benefits are when they leave. And when they first come in, we should give them a financial class in basic training or AIT, depending where they want to teach them not to overextend.
Right.
When I was there, give me a credit card. Oh my God, I'm like,
Right.
we need to teach them like how to be financial. Because remember, most of these kids are 18 years old. They never had a credit card in their life.
Right. And then they're
It's
getting
like-
like stipends
Yeah,
and
all this
your
stuff, yeah,
BAH
yeah,
and all those things.
So,
Be like,
we need to teach them
balling
how
on a budget.
Exactly, but we need to teach them like financial responsibility at that age. Because you got to take a point. You're molding young minds as in the military.
Yeah.
And you want to be financially responsible.
Right.
I was not.
I mean,
I was not.
it's okay.
Another thing with the VA is so a lot of people live far away. I always want to do a VA mobile health care. So like a bus or some kind of transportation that goes to people who are too old, like 80, 70, 60, or can't make it to the hospital, and we go to them.
Ooh,
We do all the diagnostic there, and if we need them, take them there, we get another thing, and then they'll shuttle them over to the VA hospital.
Oh, that would be actually kind of that's actually really nice. Like one of those like mobile like mammogram
Hospitals,
things, but like a mobile VA.
Yeah, VA.
Oh, okay, all right.
And that would help a lot because I see like when I go to the VA, I see like whole people just really old right there, and they're like barely in the middle. I say, why are they driving up here? Why can't we just send somebody there to do it? And they're only going there for like one routine test, like a blood test, and they have to drive all the way back home.
Right, and there's always like it's always really far away for some people.
It's always far away.
All right, so how are you going to implement these things that you just talked about?
I would do it more like 1930 gangster, but no, I'm pretty sure that's against the law nowadays. But no, I would try to talk to, especially right now, if all the people I'm talking to right now online who are running for Congress, Robert People here in Florida, this other guy, Mark, over in Alabama, I talk to them and we try to get policies to us. So if we actually all get voted in, we're ready to get started right away once we get there. We need to talk to the people that's running and talk to people and try to find that commonality to like get things done.
Okay. All right.
And that's all you can do. You can't. You got, like I always say, the most. You got the best idea how to fix America, but unless you can be able to convince all the other people in Congress, Senate, and the president, it's just an idea that just floats away.
And you think you can convince all of them?
I'm very persuasive.
Okay. Okay. I'm kind of seeing it.
I'm very kind of persuasive because I'm able to talk to Republicans, Democrats, and stuff with no problem. My son's best friend, Dad, is a Republican. We don't agree on everything, but we're still able to have a cordial conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it's that people have lost the plot on that too.
Yeah.
I feel like I've used that in one of my other podcasts, but like, yeah, you could still talk to people.
Yeah.
That have different ideas.
Yeah, not every Republican's a MAGA Republican.
No. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I had one honking me. Like I was sitting waiting taking my kids to school. Some guy kept honking. At first, I thought it was the guy like on this lane to turn left, and because the other guy was kind of slow turning left. So I thought it was there, but then I realized it's just some guy over here in truck. You know what I do? I just ignore him.
But why was he yelling at you?
You haven't seen the back of my car with all the Trump stickers on it.
No. Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so he was honking. I was
like a sore thumb.
Just like one woman was yelling at me. I'm like looking at the sun. She's like yelling at me from her truck. I'm like, wait. And I roll my window. I said, I can't hear you. You do know I have music playing in this car, right? I don't get why they have that desperation to yell from their car because I don't pay attention to people
Loud
driving
as
around.
parrots in the pet shop. Yeah. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm pretty sure these people didn't get the attention that they needed from their mommy and daddy, and they just have mommy and daddy issues. It's called therapy, guys. You can go to that. It's not shameful.
So what happened to your childhood where you make so mad that yelling at me gives you some kind of satisfaction?
Right. They're just angry people.
The thing is, half the time I don't really pay attention because I'm paying attention to driving on the road, not to hit somebody. So.
Right, exactly.
That's what they should be doing.
Right, okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to get into some of the questions now from your possible constituents, okay?
I didn't know I had constituents.
Well, your possible ones, you're running, right? So you're going to eventually, if you win, you're going to have constituents.
Exactly.
Yeah? All right, so you're from the possible ones. Do you intend to hold town hall meetings in office or in person?
No. I will always do it in person.
Always in person.
Yeah, unless there's some reason I'm not because I'm either in another country or maybe sick in bed or something that I'm have to do. But for the most part, I will always do it in person. And I would invite everybody, Republicans, Democrats, anybody, to come to it.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah.
Yeah, I like being yelled at.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to yell at you. You're working for them, so they have the right to yell at you.
Right.
And so maybe not throw stuff at you, but
Right, don't get violent, but you can get mad. You're allowed. People are human.
You know how you psych them out? You give them the tomatoes and say, okay, you get mad at me, you toss a tomato.
Oh, no. I can see that going terribly wrong, actually. But
I get a lot of tomato sauce, too. So.
Yeah, sure, we can scoop it up.
But yeah, I will always do in person.
In person?
Yeah. Unless I'm unable to make it for some reason, because something like I'm in the country or somewhere, or up in D.C., I can't leave. Mm-hmm. But then I will just reschedule it when I'm down here to do it. So yeah, always in person.
Okay, perfect. All right, so the next question I have is a little bit long, but that's okay. The Democratic Party's approval rating is really low. because Democrats are tired of the party's fecklessness and the inability to confront the Trump regime in a forceful way. Candidates are not listening to their constituents. How do you plan on tackling that and gaining the trust back?
Well, first thing is just have a conversation, talk to everybody. I understand with the frustration with Democrats. Democrats, it seems like Trump could do whatever they want, and Democrats, we'll try the law way, we'll try this way. But you got to get mad. You just can't just do all like polite all the time, because they're not playing by the rules anymore.
No.
Republicans aren't playing by the rules. They're breaking the rules, and we're still trying to stay on that line and say, we're not going to break that line. If I was a congressman, I would break that line every day.
Break the line, okay.
I will. Because we need to get mad at them. We need to, just like the thing with his ballroom thing. You heard about that?
I know he knocked out.
No, how the judge said that he can't do it now because he lied about it.
I actually haven't heard the updates on that.
Yeah.
I've seen other updates of a bunch of things that are on fire, but I haven't heard about that. So what is that?
Oh, well, the judge said that he can't, because he said that it was for national security. They were supposed to be building that presidential bunker underneath the dance floor thing,
Yeah,
right?
They did say,
Yeah.
oh.
So, but then the judge found that he's lying about it, and now he has to stop the construction stopped. The workers who were union workers walked off the site too, because they know they weren't getting paid, because the people that said they were going to pay for it decided not to, because after the stock market dropped in Japan,
Yeah.
and so then the way he acted in the last place when he was with NATO and stuff, all the investors backed out. Even though he said, "Oh, I have the money, I have the $400 million," he didn't have it. He had promises, but not actually.
He had a
cash.
concept.
He had a concept.
Of
Exactly.
a plan,
Always a concept.
A concept of a plan for the
But yeah,
money.
I understand why people are frustrated with Democrats, because Democrats are weak right now.
Yes.
They seem like with the shutdown, they caved, and then with the vote, they caved, because they're not thinking about the people. They're thinking about their jobs.
Right.
They're thinking about how it's going to affect them if I don't do this.
Except they're public servants, like so.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I would rather have a shutdown. Yes, it's going to be hard on people, but fighting for our country sometimes will get hard.
Yeah.
So we just can't always be polite.
So yeah, sometimes you gotta make hard choices sometimes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Next question. How do you feel about the idea of taking away property taxes, and where do you see them pulling the money from to cover the revenue shortfall?
No, I'm fine with property tax.
You're fine with
But
the property taxes.
my thing is
or
this.
taking them away.
No.
You
Keep
want-
property-
you keep
I'm
the
fine
property
with
tax.
taxes. You got to find somebody to pay for schools, roads, and stuff
Okay.
like that. But
Agreed.
my thing is this: once you pay off your house, completely paid off, no more property tax.
Ooh.
Because look, you pay
That's
off
a
your
different
house,
way of
but then
doing
you get some hard time. You can't pay your property tax, and then they take the house away from you. Why?
Right, but you own that house.
You own the house, but because you couldn't pay your property tax, they try to take it away. My bill would be like, if you pay off your house, no taking second mortgages and stuff, pay off, you will not have to pay property tax for the rest of your life. Because you got to take, how long does it take to pay off a house? Before it used to be like 25 years, maybe 30. Now they're talking about 50 years just to pay off a house.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
I'm sorry, I've never lived in one place for 50 years, so I wouldn't even buy a house ever.
No.
Just like recently, there's a house over here down the street. I went to go look at it. It's an open house. $500,000.
Was it worth $500,000?
It's a single-story house. It had a pool. But I don't think that pool should increase it that much. But it had like 4 bedrooms and stuff. No. My sister bought her house for only $150,000. It was bigger than that place.
Here?
No, she bought it in Georgia.
Oh, well, it's Georgia.
But even then, it shouldn't cost $500,000. Who has $500,000?
Well, see, I have a little skewed perception on that because I was raised. No, nobody get any ideas that I have like a bunch of money here. No, I was just raised in South Florida, like Broward County, where everything is so inflated down there, and always really has been. So I was like, $500,000 to me, I was like, oh, that's like a starter house. So like to me that was I hear that it's a starter house because the bigger ones were like no less than what 7.2 mil.
No, but see, I went over to Green Grove and I saw a house that was only 300. It was bigger than this house. It just didn't have the pool.
That's in Green Cove.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Well, a Green Cove, around Green Cove area. So where they're
Okay,
building all those new
but
houses.
no pool.
No pool. They have a lake in the back, so you can jump in there.
Oh.
What do you mean? Why is it Man, I used to play in the lakes, creeks, everything
I
when I was a
don't
kid.
like the way the bottom feels, to be honest.
My wife gets mad because I still drink tap water.
You got like you guys got alligators up here too. You got like you're not like a immune to the alligators.
I'm pretty sure an alligator stumbled into that like homemade lake they made over there. So.
You never know. You never know.
That's true. You see them walking on the streets all the time too. So.
Right, exactly. They climb fences these days.
But we have to do something with like the cost of land because nobody will. Even rent is way too high in America.
Yes.
Yeah. But I lived down in Hollywood, Florida. My rent was only.
Oh, Hollywood. Okay.
Yeah. I lived down there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I lived down there.
Okay, so yeah.
In my early
Coconut Creek.
In my early 20s, I lived down there. So.
Oh, nice.
But my apartment was only $700 and it's for 2-bedroom.
Okay,
I came here and
back
they
in the
said,
day,
I went to where my apartment I lived in now. And I said, oh, so how much is it? They said, oh, it depends. If we have a lot of people, then it's higher. If we have less people, then it's less. And I said, what? You can't even decide what your prices are.
Fluctuate on that?
Yeah, it fluctuates. Because they say, well, if we have more people, it's going to cost more. If we have less people, then it's going to cost less.
So are you for like rent stabilization?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get rent control back up in this place.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let's continue on.
Okay.
All right. Next question would be: do you support the APAC? And would you accept money from them?
Probably
if
not.
you were you don't support it.
No, I prefer that you should get most of your donations through regular people, because I've seen like Democrats because when I see like ads for Democrats, they say, "Hey, donate. I'm a grassroots candidate. We're doing the grassroots, and please donate $1 or $2 or $3." Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm thinking? Then I check out how much they're worth, and this one guy's worth like $20 million. I say, why don't you just take $1 million of your own money and put it into your campaign and leave us alone? Because our $20 goes for our gas money.
Right.
Our $50 goes for our water. $100 goes to our electric bill. It's
Right.
like, you have the money to finance your own campaign. You just don't want to spend your own money on it, just in case you lose.
I mean, is there like a stipulation somewhere in there that they can't spend their own money? I feel like they can.
No, you can.
They can.
You can. I don't know if there's a limit, but I'm pretty sure there's not. Because what you do is you give it as a loan to yourself as a candidate, and then you could try to pay yourself back.
Okay. So yeah, so they just don't feel like.
Because I'm grassroots, all right?
Right. Yes.
I have I started with $5,000 on my campaign. I have $165 now. I've only got $165.
165 left.
Yeah, $165. Yeah. You know,
Okay.
Less than a PlayStation.
Okay. All right. Do you plan on like?
No, I do like ask people for donations and stuff, but you know how many donations I got? $20.
20
And I'm
bucks.
grateful. I even sent them a Christmas card too.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Because the thing is, I understand why people can't donate. I wouldn't donate either because money's tight nowadays.
Money is tight. Yeah.
Yeah, when
Also,
you have to use your credit card to buy your groceries because you're out of money after paying all your bills.
Right.
I don't expect people to. That's why I said I don't need to have a lot of money. I would like to have like $20 from 1,000 people to make it $20,000.
Yeah.
So if I don't get enough signatures, I could pay the fee, which most people do. They just pay the fee because they have money. Because you think they're going out and knocking. I'm going out knocking on the door to everybody.
Wait, what fee?
Oh, you had to, so you didn't get the signatures, right? The petition signatures. I think it's 2,600 now because of the redistricting of Florida. Or you could pay a fee of like $10,000, a percentage or something, 10,000 something. I know it's 10,000 something. I don't know what the exact amount. And then you get on the ballot without getting the petitions. So what do you think?
I didn't know that.
What do you think most politicians? Well, it's not in every state.
Oh, it's just as Florida?
No, other states have it too, but not all states have it.
Okay.
So,
Florida
so
would.
with Florida would. And it's like, which do you think they prefer, and which one do you think most candidates do?
They just pay it.
They just pay
Yeah,
it,
I'm sure.
because they have the money for it.
Right, because They're-
Me, I have
they
to
got
go
deep
door
pockets.
knocking to everybody. Plus, I believe that if you just talk to everybody, I go around talking to everybody because sometimes I'll DoorDash this party. I'll talk to people while I'm waiting. I'll give them my business card, and that's how I make connections. And I
Yeah.
just remember people's names.
You remember everybody?
Not everybody. I am getting up there in age. I remember Carl. Carl works at Panera Bread, and so I see him every day. So
Oh, say hello, maybe.
hello, Carl.
Okay, perfect. So that'll be a no for the APAC.
Yeah, my thing's about word of mouth.
Word of mouth and grassroots and get it from the people.
Plus, if I can't get on the signatures or the money, I can always people do a write-in.
A write-in.
Yeah, you can be
Oh,
qualified
that's
for a
true.
write-in, and they could just write your name into the ballot.
Okay, all right. True.
I would try everything as possible.
All right. So you were in the military, but do
Yes.
you have any federal experience?
Government experience?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
No, you don't at all.
No.
Okay, so have you
I never
ever
worked besides working for the government, only military only.
only military?
But I have been in charge of stuff before. Like I was in charge of the entire kindergarten school in South Korea. So
Okay, that's good.
I do know how to delegate stuff.
So wait, do you speak Korean?
I do speak a little bit, not as much as I used to because I haven't used it in like almost like 10 years now. So
Okay, all right. I just
안녕하세요.
off the top of my head. But all right, so no federal experience, but have you ever lived or worked in DC?
No, I've been to DC.
Been to DC?
Yeah, but see, when you say do you have any federal experience, lots of people. Just because you're a lawyer does not make you qualified to become a candidate. Just because you're a businessman, don't Trump example. Businessman does not make you qualified to run as candidate.
No.
What runs as candidate is that you actually want to help the American people. And if you don't know about everything, this is why, as a candidate, you get yourself with people that know the knowledge and help you. You think Trump knows how to budget fix a budget? No.
No, clearly he does not.
Clearly does not. So.
He does not.
You think he knows how to diplomat with other countries? Absolutely not. All we know he does is he knows how to decorate houses, apparently.
Great. I don't know about that either.
Well, if you like go all gold.
It's so tacky. It's so tacky. Yeah. You don't even get me started on that. Honestly, I will get heated. It's so ugly. Anyways, moving along. So next question would be, so how much money do you plan on spending in the race? Because you said like
I've only had 5,000.
You only had 5,000, and that's
you need 5,000 just so you
just okay.
So, yeah. Well, $5,000, $20 for those 2 donations.
Okay. All right, cool.
But I won't stop. Even though I don't get the money, I will still go out knocking, getting my petition. My goal is to get the signatures and stuff.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
And if I need to get to 10,000, I'll just sell my Funko Pop collection.
Oh, the Funko. Oh, no,
yeah,
your Funko Pop collection.
Well, I've been collecting since 16. So, comic books since 16. And Funko's around about 2010, I think. So.
Yeah, I don't think they were like.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
That one Funko Pop's worth $650.
One is
$650.
$650,000.
No, $650.
$650. Okay.
Yeah. I have one. I bought one in China for like $14, and it's worth $440.
All right. Well, I guess if you have to, you can sell the Funko Pops. All right. Perfect. All right. Moving along. Next question would be: the district is 50% minority and millennials. How do you plan to reach them?
I talk to millennials all the time. Like I said, just go out and talk to people. I'm at the park. I talk to people. I talk to every minority I speak to, every DoorDash park. I talk to everybody I talk to, and that's how you get to them. You let them know who you are. This is why when I get my petition signed, I do it and say hi, volunteers. Mm-hmm. If you're going to sign something for me to be on the candidate, you should actually meet the candidate, not just some random volunteer who's giving you a spiel that I say, okay, you see these words. It's like a telemarketer.
Okay.
I believe if I'm going to have people sign, yes, it's more work, but I feel like it's a better connection with the voters when they actually know who you are.
That's fair.
It's just not some random picture on the side.
That's all right. All right, cool. So, all right, that would be answering that question. Next one. So this is a question. I think this is another relatively longer one.
Okay.
So, what is your opinion on specific democratic reforms, such as abolishing the Electoral College? We'll just start there. Abolishing the Electoral College.
Absolutely. Should be popular vote, I think.
Popular vote. Okay, perfect. Abolishing the filibuster.
No, I like the filibuster.
You like the filibuster.
It's because when I watched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, he did a filibuster. That's why I like it.
Okay, all right, cool. Allowing non-party affiliate voters to participate in primary elections.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think independents should be able to pick instead of being left out on the wing.
That's fair. Yeah, that's why I was actually originally independent until I realized.
I was independent originally too until I realized I can't vote in the primaries.
Couldn't vote in the primaries.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh well.
So I get to vote nowhere until the actual general elections.
Exactly.
So I have no word.
Okay, perfect. So next one is implementing different voting systems like ranked choice voting.
See, I didn't know what ranked choice was when then I looked it up and stuff. That only works if you get rid of the party system. Because even though there's ranked choice, if the person still knows that person's a Republican, he's going to keep voting the Republican. That means that won't work unless you get rid of the parties. And you're actually just voting for the person. And that's why I say that would be great if we get rid of parties. No more Democrats, no more Republicans, just off the person themselves.
Okay. All right. All right, we covered all of that question. Perfect. Now, do you support democratic socialism?
I didn't even know what that was either.
That's like what Mom Donnie is running on.
Yes, I do support that. Yes,
you do support
I think
that.
we should always put people first over the government and corporations. Don't get me wrong, corporations do help because without certain corporations, America wouldn't be where we are right now.
Right.
But I think they should be able to have fair wages for the people that work there.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that we do need to bring more industry back to America, but then you got to figure out how we're going to do that.
Right.
We got to give incentive to corporations to, like a bigger tax break. If you have employees working for good wages here, you get an incentive of a tax break from your taxes every year or something like that. Because you can't have them just keep sending everything to China or India all the time. Well, you can, but
Okay.
but it means we won't. But like I said, America is not even a manufacturing country anymore. We're more of a subscription-based type people, or like, streaming type companies. So we don't really make anything in America anymore.
Hardly. Yeah, it's unfortunate though. Yeah,
And when we do start
should-
making it and the company gets big, they ship it out somewhere else.
for cheaper products.
For cheaper products, yeah.
All right, but so you do support democratic socialism.
Yes.
That's short answer.
I just support people. Things that benefit American people over the years. Because it doesn't matter what you call yourself, as long as you're trying to help the people actually achieve their American dream or achieve their life, that's all that should matter. It shouldn't matter what label you are.
That's a perfect answer. I love it. All right, we got one more question. One more question, okay? So what is your stance on what is happening currently with the ICE raids and the deaths in Minnesota? I don't mean to laugh about that. No, that was
no.
tasty,
But with the ICE thing, yes.
How would you address your constituents about this issue, your feelings on how the government is handling the situation or not?
Well,
handling?
as a sheriff, I've seen ICE work. Okay, they will come into the detention center. They'll interview the person. And then they will go to a judge and they'll decide where they should be deported or not deported. And when you did get deported, you got deported back to your own country, not some El Salvador prison. So, yeah, with due process. And with the shootings up in right now in Minnesota, my thing is this. If we keep allowing them to shoot, because now they think we could shoot anybody and we have no consequences.
Right.
So what's next? If they shoot a teenager, are we going to take action? If they shoot a kid, are we going to take action?
Well, they clearly don't care about when kids get shot because the school shootings.
But my thing is like, every day the video say, at what point do we actually fight back? I know nobody wants to do violence, but think of this. If our founding fathers never actually, they did try to do the peaceful way with England before. If they didn't actually form the union to actually, hey, we're going to fight now because it's clearly not working.
Okay.
At what point do we do it? Do we do it at the point when Trump tries to rig the election in 2026? When he cancels the election in 2026? See, he wants us to fight now so he can, declare martial law so he can say, hey, we're not doing the election because there's too much trouble in America. Right. And this is why he's only targeting Democratic states. We have ICE here, but you don't see it as in full force like they are up there. They're like hiding in the woods over here.
They are, yeah. I know people keep saying that they're everywhere here, but I personally actually have not seen.
I think I might have saw once. I saw an unmarked car full of just people that do lawn service. That could have just been undercover cops. So,
true, that's true. Okay.
But we need to get more tough on ICE. And so if not, they're just going to keep doing it over and over and over again.
All right. But how would you address your constituents about this issue? When they were like, I'm really scared, what would you say to them?
Well, I would tell them to be patient for now. See where it goes, see what the Democrats do. But by the time summertime and they're still not doing it, if you feel scared, stay in your house. But you really shouldn't.
Right.
But my thing is, if you do go out in groups, not by yourself.
Okay.
It's kind of sad to say, but have an escape plan. So if you do see ICE, which is strange that you need an escape plan.
Like when we were younger, run from the cops.
Run. Hey, I almost got kidnapped twice. So in my mind, it was just run and jump over the fence and get back home as fast as possible. Yeah.
With the cops?
No, not the cops. From some stranger.
Oh no, you were almost taken. I was also almost taken.
I grew up in the '80s, man. Stranger danger.
Oh.
White panel vans.
That's
fair. I would tell them, if you go out, be safe. Stay in a group, have an exit plan because you might need it. I would actually tell people, if you have the capability, buy a bulletproof vest. It's only about $600 for one, and if you're able to buy it. I have one myself. Sometimes if I know they're going to be ICE, I will most definitely be carrying it because it's and plus I also carry a gun with me all the time.
Okay.
I actually have one right now on me right now, so
that's okay.
So
Were you allowed to?
Yeah.
Second Amendment?
Yeah, and plus I have a concealed weapon permit. So, but I say, yeah. But they say, they keep saying, oh, you shouldn't bring a gun to a protest. You could bring a gun to a protest.
I was actually on my way to asking that, so I'm glad that you brought this up.
So you could bring the gun to the protest. You can't bring a gun to a protest if it's on a government facility, like in front of the state capitol and stuff like that.
Okay, but if it's on
the street, technically you can.
Because if you have your concealed carry.
See, my thing is this: like, if you see ICE and they're fighting me and trying to like kill me, when do I get to defend myself from ICE? If I know they're going to illegally shoot me, do I get no right to defend myself?
Right.
It's like, if I do defend myself, then I'm a terrorist. And so what? I just lay there and get shot and just hope they miss my head and just hit my bulletproof vest instead.
Right. Yeah.
So what point do we say, hey, am I supposed to just lay here and let them shoot me, or am I supposed to at least defend myself?
Kick you or break your ribs?
But the thing is, that's my thing, because the law says you can't. And so you can't defend yourself against police officers. But if they're doing it illegally, then where do we fall under that?
Right. So you would consider what happened in Minnesota with specifically Alex Preddy.
Oh, yes. You saw the video.
Oh, I've seen that video,
They took his gun away from him. And then you see that one guy just pull and start shooting for no reason.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
were you shooting?
He
was laying on his belly.
Right.
What harm could he? What, was he going to do like this?
Right, you already kicked his gun away or took his gun away, whatever they did.
I'm sorry, but when I worked in law enforcement, they teach you how to take somebody down with just one arm. Just grab them by the arm, do an arm bar, and just push them down like that.
People did not go through the training.
I know. They have like no and plus, everybody knows that some of them are actually Proud Boys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we know.
Yeah, there's been like videos of them actually in ICE. And so
that's why they're covering their face.
Basically, people in January 6th are law enforcement now.
All right, so we're going to be wrapping it up now.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much, Ricky, for joining us on the Clay County Speaks podcast. Yeah. We really dove into some interesting topics. We had a really great conversation. This was actually really nice. Do you have any closing thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, anything you want to tell
anybody? One thing I'll tell most people is be vigilant, be aware of your surroundings, especially now with ICE and stuff. Mm-hmm. Always work together and try to go to every protest you can, and support your real working class candidates. Because no matter what, we just need to find better people to go into Congress. Because over the years, we just have not been getting that great crop.
No, they're just in it for the money, and that's it.
We know Aaron Bean I'm serious. That guy is just. You know what the problem with Aaron Bean is, right? He's just a follower. He's staying in the. He never said any comments about the shootings in Minnesota because he's trying to stay on the fence. So if Trump falls, he can say, well, I never said this. I never did that.
Yeah.
He's a follower.
Right.
He's not a real leader. I looked at the bills that he's done. He hasn't done absolutely no bills to actually help the American people. And so he's just a follower. He's staying on the fence, trying not to cause any disturbance, trying to figure out where Trump will fall at the end.
Right.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Love it. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Speaking of actually protests, I just reminded myself right now, we are having a protest on the 31st of January on the corner of Blanding Boulevard and Kingsley Ave, right by the Burger King there. It is an ICE out of everywhere protest from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Is this the one where there's supposed to be the nationwide, no work, no school, no?
That's on the 30th. That's January 30th is supposed to be that, and then we are doing a protest here in Orange Park on the next day, the 31st, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And I'll be there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What day
everybody,
is that?
I think that's a Saturday.
Okay, I can be.
Yeah, I believe so, because the 30th is, I believe, is a Friday, and yes, that should be a Saturday. Especially because it's
Monday
11 a.m.
to Friday is much harder for me to come to
Right,
protest.
no, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. would be a Saturday deal. So yeah, the 31st is a Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out for everybody. But yes, I just want to thank our listeners and everybody who's tuned in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, post away, do whatever you got to do to get the word out, and tell us what you think. Next up, we'll be talking about the newest chapter of the NAACP here in Clay County, so make sure to tune in for that one as well. It should be really great. Until next time, and thank you so much.
I got to do my Chevy Chase. We are out of here.
We're out of here. All right, thanks. Bye.